This is NBA TV's NBA Action. This week, King James reigns supreme with his greatest game, while Ray Allen leads the Sonics towards a divisional crown. Plus, we'll tell you about the latest changes on the NBA sidelines. Follow a minor leaguer hoping to make the jump to the NBA. And as always, we'll bring you the top 10 plays of the week.
Joe Smith, a rattler by Joe Smith.
Get out! He's unstoppable! You cannot believe what we just saw!
Oh, man, what a dunk! Tear up that rim, young fella. Sensational!
Oh, I'm shaking in my chair!
Oh, at home!
We tip things off by taking you into the action in the Eastern Conference with the Cleveland Cavaliers. The past 2 weeks have been a roller coaster ride for the Cavaliers, including impressive victories, some disappointing losses, and one brilliant individual performance. The stretch began on a high note with a blowout victory over Orlando.
Guinness whirling his way to the offensive end. LeBron James. Cavaliers out to a very strong start in Gund Arena. Now the Swiggle fights Stevie Francis, who got in trouble and McGinnis ripped him. Jeff McGinnis, LeBron James with takeoff and touchdown in downtown Cleveland.
We had 33 assists tonight, and I think it's some crazy stat that when we get like 25 plus assists, we're like 19-1 or something like that. It's crazy. But, you know, tonight was a good night. Everybody played unselfish and executed.
And there would be more strong performances from LeBron and the supporting cast when they knocked off their division rivals, the Pacers.
Jeff McGinnis will push it and sail all the way to the hoop. McGinnis on the glide to the rim. Look at LeBron. He did that 180 pirouette and then dropped that deep jumper right on Steven Jackson. Cavaliers got a clean shot clock. Gooden off the spin. Newble to the hole. Ira Newble got it to drop. You can book this one to the Cavaliers. 2 in a row at home. Back to 6 games over 500. And in the tie for the fourth spot in the NBA East.
The Cavaliers were determined to keep rolling and had an opportunity to do just that when they hosted the Utah Jazz.
This is a Jazz team that's struggling right now. They've lost 5 in a row. You want to jump out on somebody like that, get off to a good start, and don't let them get their heads going early.
James will take it strong to the rim. What a sensational, powerful finish from LeBron James. +1 on the heartbreak foul. LeBron James just loves levitation.
We got winning back on our mind again. Everybody just playing happy. And tonight we played defense. I think that was the main thing. You know, we got offensive guys that can score. I think when we play good defense, it makes everybody that much more confident on offense. When we're not scoring and standing around just trying to get baskets, it makes it harder. But tonight we played a great defensive game that made offense so much easier.
But just when they were feeling good about themselves, Cleveland dropped the next 2 games to the 76ers and the Bucks.
Run out for Iverson with Iguodala. Watch Andre Iguodala get up in the air and bring that down strong.
Next, it was off to Toronto, where LeBron James was ready to carry the team on his shoulders with the greatest performance of his young career. LeBron would become the youngest player in NBA history to reach the 50-point mark in a single game.
Cavaliers 1 for 6 to start the game. LeBron got it. Here's LeBron, mano against mano, a soft layup. Now that is athleticism.
LeBron James slow start, but how about finishing the quarter with 16?
He got 4 on the shot clock. LeBron fires it up. You got to be kidding me. LeBron James. 10 on the clock. Here's James. Oh, my goodness. King James taking off and eating some iron here in Toronto. LeBron's going to have to force it up. Oh, my. You got to be kidding me. He's got 48. James puts it on the floor. He wants it. He can feel it. And he's got 50. His first NBA 5-0. Here's James for 3. You got to be kidding me. Are you kidding me? LeBron James with 56.
Wow, this is an absolutely spectacular performance.
Though LeBron set a franchise record, Jalen Rose had 30 of his own for Toronto, and the Raptors sent the Cavaliers to their 9th loss in 12 games.
And this ball game is over. Raptors win, Raptors win, Raptors win. Despite the 56 of LeBron James.
It was definitely a team win. Our crowd was in the game. Anytime the crowd is pumped up as it was, it gives us adrenaline to go out and play well. Obviously, LeBron James had a phenomenal game. He understands he's a real good player. He's one of the best players in our league this season, and he's going to have spectacular nights. Unfortunately, one was against us, but we'll take the victory.
We now check the NBA.com Eastern Conference playoff picture. The Miami Heat had their 12-game winning streak snap, but they still hold that top seed by a wide margin. The Central Division leading Pistons have the 2nd spot, while the Celtics, leaders of the Atlantic, are the 3rd seed. The Wizards are in 4th, 1 game ahead of the Cavaliers. The Bulls are in 6th, followed by the Pacers. The Sixers have the final playoff spot, a half game ahead of the Magic, and 1 game ahead of the Nets. Welcome back to NBA TV's NBA Action. Now we go back into the action with one of the elite teams in the West this season, the Seattle Sonics.
Allen drives baseline beneath the rim. He suddenly elevates in a two-hand reverse slam.
Ridnour from left to right of the baseline. Finds Rashard Lewis is open for the jam.
Luke in the corner. Fakes the shot, 6 to shoot, spins, nice between 2 defenders, and finishes beautifully.
After a disappointing 2004 season, the Seattle Sonics look to regroup and once again compete for a playoff spot in the Western Conference.
Last year was a very difficult year. I spent a lot of time this season just thinking about the direction I want this club to go into.
McMillan was counting on Ray Allen to lead the team in the right direction, and the veteran shooting guard carried the Sonics to their best start in 12 years.
Beautiful move by Allen.
He knows what this team needs to do in order to have an opportunity to get to the playoffs.
Meanwhile, Rashard Lewis has continued to elevate his game, becoming an all-star for the first time and one of the team's most dependable clutch shooters.
Amar'e drives into the lane, spots Lewis out of the corner for the tie, and he got it. Lewis with the 3, ties the game at 88.
He hasn't reached his potential. There's a lot more out there on the floor that he can do that I think he's still learning to do. So, he's a guy that you don't know how good he can be, and I don't think he really realizes it.
Another key to Seattle's turnaround has been second-year point guard Luke Ridnour, who was given the role of floor leader and has shown that the team is in good hands.
Luke goes behind the back, changes course, left hand pass inside Evans, turns to the hole and jams it with 2 hands.
You can't even compare last year to this year. Just, to play and have fun and on the court and play a lot of minutes has been something that, I won't forget and just want to keep building on.
After missing last season with injuries, Nick Collison has returned and made a big contribution on the front line.
Ridnour with 3, Ridnour with 2, goes behind the back, goes to the glass, laid it up, it was coming off the front rim. Collison with 2 hands, slams it on the follow.
I'm really excited to have him back. He's back, he's healthy, he's ready to go, and he's playing well.
I feel a lot better than I did last year coming in just because I know what to expect. Just how the NBA season goes and where guys can find spots to be productive, guys in my position. So I feel a lot more prepared than I did last year.
We need to get on the winning track. It's got to take everybody. We got to come out here and be unselfish and play as a team, fellas. Win on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Recently, the Northwest Division leading Sonics headed to New York and brought their long-range shooting touch with them as they burned the Knicks with big plays at both ends of the floor.
Picked off by Ridnour. He's on the run. Corey up ahead for Rashard Lewis.
Seattle went on to a 90-80 victory, snapping their 3-game losing streak and the Knicks' 7-game home winning streak. The Sonics returned home last week to face Orlando and quickly had the Magic on the run.
Away from behind by Ridnour. Francis drives it through, laid it up, missed it, rebound to Lewis. Outlet pass to Luke, has a man trailing, and Snick up the center of the floor. Drives in and down with a 2-hand slam.
With 3 of their big men sidelined by injuries, Ray Allen stepped up to carry the Sonics with 38 points, and they defeated the Magic by 8.
Left side it comes to Ray, darts down to the baseline, bounces to Murray, drives in line, gets into the air, and packs it over Howard.
Next up, a visit to the LA Lakers, and this time it was Rashard Lewis who took over the scoring load with 27 points.
Kick ahead to Rashard Lewis. The Lakers fell asleep defensively.
Seattle edged LA, taking another step in what's become a surprisingly successful season.
And the Seattle Supersonics come in and defeat the Lakers 102-100.
The young players that are on this team realize, what it's going to take to understand to play this game and play as a team, play hard as a team.
We have a lot to prove. No one is picking us to do anything or make any noise this season.
We've proven we can beat the teams this year. We've accomplished this so far. We just got to keep going and get to playoffs first. I think once you get there, anything can happen.
Now we take a glance at the NBA.com Western Conference playoff picture. The Phoenix Suns currently have the top seed with the NBA's best record. The Spurs are in the second spot, just a half game back. And the Sonics, as leaders of the Northwest Division, are the third seed. The Mavericks are fourth and the Kings are fifth, just one game ahead of the Rockets. The Grizzlies are seventh, while the Nuggets hold the eighth and final playoff spot. The Timberwolves are ninth, followed by the slumping Lakers. We're back with more of NBA TV's NBA action. At NBA.com, we follow the latest coaching changes, beginning with Don Nelson's resignation in Dallas.
Team needs a new voice. I've decided that it would be a good time for me to move upstairs. I think the team basically is responding better to Avery at this point. Avery is ready to make the adjustment to be a head man. I think he's going to be a great coach, and I want to turn the reins over to him now.
It takes a special person to be able to incorporate his successor and put ego aside and adapt and teach and train and love, and Nelly's done that with AJ.
This is a great day for me, and I'm really thankful. Nelly is a Hall of Famer. He's meant everything to me. There's no other coach in the NBA that could have done what Nelly's done for me. He's been so unselfish. We spent so many hours behind the scenes on the road. He's just poured into me so much, and I don't know if I deserve it, but I'm really grateful for it.
San Antonio wants a last shot. This is Tim Duncan for the win, and he buried it at the buzzer for the San Antonio victory.
The slumping Cavaliers replaced their head coach, Paul Silas, with assistant Brendan Malone.
Our words to Brendan today and to the team was, we want to win, and this is being done to find a way to win more games the rest of the year. Historically, before coming here, Paul's teams have done better the second half of the year, and just didn't see it happening. And again, ultimately the head coach is responsible for trying to turn the corner, and we just felt it was the right decision to make, to not let it go through the whole season and risk possibly not making the playoffs.
Another team in jeopardy of missing the playoffs, the Orlando Magic, dismissed head coach Johnny Davis and handed the reins to assistant Chris Gent.
I was surprised, but also very pleased and feel up to the challenge and looking forward to it. And this is a game I love. It's a game that I grew up with a passion for it, and that's why we're all here, is because our passion for the game. It's the best game in the world, and to be coaching at the top level is phenomenal.
I think he was probably a little surprised by that. Chris, although he is young, is very knowledgeable, has respect from all the players. It's a tough situation because 60 games in, you're already kind of set in things you want to do, and you don't have the luxury of making a lot of changes. At the same token, we know we got to go out there on the court and get it done.
Chris Gent has his first victory as a head coach in the NBA.
Time now for more of NBA TV's NBA action. Now let's meet Smush Parker of the NBDL's Florida Flame, who's trying to work his way back to the NBA.
The kid that we have coming back in Smush, he's a guy who really understands the game of basketball, loves to play it, and is very competitive. And that's what we need.
You can just follow signs and say airport, and get on your right. They'll let you park up there and wait on us.
Be right back.
All right. Looks like he's on time. He's on flight 4513. out of Atlanta. This is important for us for this game before we have a little bit of a break that we get a point guard in and you know, Smush's caliber of point play is pretty high, so this will help us a lot if he's able to get in here.
All right. I'm good. How are you?
Good flight?
Yeah. You definitely don't want to, you know, take a step down, but if it's something I have to do to get to where I want to go, then it's something that I'm gonna have to do. So how's the team looking? Everybody else is healthy?
No. Marcus has got a pulled groin. He's barely playing. I mean, he didn't play the fourth quarter last night. Carl
plays in slow motion anyway. How do you do that? It's been a roller coaster for me. Started the season with the Detroit Pistons. You know, they released me a week into January. You know, I came down to play with the Florida Flame for 3 games exactly. And I got a call up from the Phoenix Suns.
You didn't make the team, huh? He didn't even go out.
Oh, that's
He's
hard.
cold. He's cold.
See, that's that New York attitude right there.
That's right.
That New York attitude, that Bronx attitude right there.
I didn't mean it like that.
Yes, you did. So I take everything as a learning experience. You know, everything happens for a reason. And, you know, I'm a strong believer in without struggle, there's no progress.
Hey, man. DJ. What's happening? For a guy of his caliber, he should be upset that he got released because he's a guy who should be in the league. But like anybody who has been released, you have to understand, I think you also have to be lucky that you have a place to go back to.
1-4 clear.
Speed, little speed, Mouton. There you go.
Shoot!
While DJ provided a burst of energy for his weary club in practice, he was hoping for the same from Smush Parker come game time.
That's your play, man. Don't forget, you can't forget your play.
Smush and Sean, we need them, man. We need them.
Bad.
We need them.
Just more bodies, man.
It's good to have them. There's no animosity or nothing. We want them. We're glad to have them.
Just one from half court for good measure.
Great to have you in for another night of NBDL hoops. Greetings,
winning the last game. That's the whole goal, is to leave on a good note.
It's the Roanoke Dazzle taking on Dennis Johnson and the Florida Flame. They need a win, folks.
Let's go get this before this vacation.
We can only do this together, y'all. Let's stay strong. Let's go. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3, family.
Left side, Matt Carroll. Carroll had it taken right away from Smush Parker. Look at those quick hands. Here comes Florida. Fast break, left side. Darius Rice counted. Controlled by Florida, Smush Parker. 3-on-2 break. Smush lays it for Hasten. Gorgeous, and he knocks it down.
Give it to him.
Smush was just as good as advertised for the Flame as they matched Roanoke point for point, but one player wasn't enough to make a difference.
Underneath! Alley-oop. Oh, Isaiah Victor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final score of the game. Your Roanoke Dazzle.
I know they're frustrated, but you know what? The thing that we have to do is get our guys back together, and that's going to be on me.
It's on ourselves to turn it around. If we don't turn it around, it's our own fault.
Thank you, Mr. Rice. You have a good day.
We're fortunate enough to have this break. And just got to take it and regroup and be ready to go.
Welcome back to NBA TV's NBA Action. Now it's time for the top 10 plays of the week in our NBA TV countdown. Starting off at number 10, Vince Carter is clear for takeoff in New Jersey. As Juhan and best to line, Carter, look out!
When you hustle, good things happen. Great play.
In at number 9 is this one-handed slam from the Pistons' Tayshaun Prince.
Rip to Tayshaun for the jam. Wow, he got up there. That was fun to watch.
At number 8, Amar'e Stoudemire takes a spin and then sends it in.
Here comes Stoudemire again. Amar'e Stoudemire.
That power move above the rim. He is dynamite player.
At number 7 is the Nuggets' Eduardo Nahara turning back the Bobcats.
Corey Alexander.
Eduardo Nahara.
At number 6 is an encore from the slam dunk champ, Josh Smith.
Googs clears to Childress. Around to Josh Smith for the jam.
That's a way to get going when you get out like that. He's one of the best finishers.
At 5 is Miami's Dwayne Wade doing the impossible once again.
Yes, it counts. Another phenomenal shot by the spectacular Dwayne Wade.
And number 4 is the Bucks' Joe Smith sending it down in style.
Joe Smith! That brings the Bucks bench up. Zaza Pachulia shuddering over there. A rattler by Joe Smith.
And 3 is this shot to end the first half by the Clippers' Lionel Chalmers.
Chalmers underneath the buzzer, yes!
What a play, and he didn't even dribble.
He's not even close.
Clearly good.
Wow. At 2 is the Sixers combo of Allen Iverson and Andre Iguodala.
Iverson probing the passing lanes. He's got his running mate Iguodala. There it is. Oh, what a play by Andre. Wow.
And the fans rising for that one.
AI and AI equals a flat-out slam.
And at number 1, LeBron James soars for 2 of his 56.
10 on the clock. Here's James. Oh, my goodness! King James taking off and eating some iron here in Toronto.
That's our show for this week. Thanks for watching. Last week, fans on NBA.com said that this sensational dunk by Dwayne Wade was the #1 play of the week, and it's certainly worth another look. Remember, you can vote for your favorite play all season long by logging on to the league's official website, NBA.com. I'm Spiro Diaz for NBA TV's NBA Action. We'll see you next week.